Hello again, herb lovers. Today I want to talk to you about a small composting system which might be just what you need to be able to feed your mini herb garden. Now, I have a huge double bay composting bin out the back of the garden which I'm not going to take you to see because you'll just be terrified. But it is really simple to create a very small compost situation for yourself. All you need is a good old pot like this. This one's great because it's got some holes in it. Otherwise, just get a normal bucket, something that you can drill some holes in. And we want some holes in the bottom because this whole composting situation creates liquid. Okay, so you want somewhere for the liquid to drain because you don't want to have this big, gooey, smelly, revolting mess. And what we're going to do is we're basically going to pile all the stuff that we want to compost inside of this little container. Composting can get creative. People talk about greens and browns and percentages and blah, blah, blah. And you know me by now. It's just about throw stuff in and hope it works well. And I can tell you that it does. This is kikuyu, which is a grass in New Zealand, which honestly is pretty indestructible. But with this system, it dies. And so what you do is you just throw it in your bucket. And we've got some dandelion leaves here. I love dandelion. We eat it, but it's also really good for your compost. And these big bad boys are comfrey leaves. Now, my chickens love comfrey and they eat it, and I make a beautiful ointment and medicine out of it, and we can talk about that another day. But it's also fantastic as an activator for your compost. So what you're going to do is pop everything in here, and I can hear somebody hammering around me, and this is the joy of living in an urban environment, and it's why I want to show you how much you can do in an urban environment. But we're going to pop all of this in to our little mini compost heap here, and here's some more of this grass. This is that, grass that is apparently completely, indestructible, but look at this. It's dying because it's been sitting in a heap, basically. So we're going to pop all this in. It's going to sit in a heap, and you can just keep topping this up with anything. You can put your food scraps in here as long as you put a lid on it. I mean, I don't mind the mice coming and visiting, but some people in your neighbourhood might get a little bit upset about that. But you're going to pop everything in your compost heap. If you've got shredded paper, you can put that in there as well, because that basically adds to what we call the browns, which is the carbon ratio. It's also really good for getting rid of your junk mail, stopping the snails eating it in your letterbox. But it's also really good for stopping any interesting smells that you might get from this little operation. So pop all this in here. If you really want to get things going quickly and you're not too squeamish about stuff, the next time you go to the toilet, take a little jug, do a little tinkle into the jug, pour that good old urea into the top of your bucket, and it will really get your compost activating. You're going to put a lid on top of this little combination, and then you're going to sit it inside of something else to catch the liquid that comes out of the bottom. And in a couple of weeks, this is going to be sludge. You're going to have some lovely liquid in the bottom that you can water down 1 to 10 and use as a liquid feed in your garden. If you want, you can spread this around your plants once it's completely composted. And it's an easy way of feeding your garden without having to make a massive big compost bin. So, what do you think? Any thoughts about the kind of container you'd use, where you'd keep it? Anything you want to ask me about how this works and how I deal with anything? Leave a note down below and we can have a chat about it. And other than that, I'll see you in the next video. Love and lettuce, and bye for now.